Welcome back, my lovelies, to my YouTube channel. My name is Natasha. I'm a qualified personal trainer and Health at Every Size verified provider. And if you're wanting to do something that's about mobility, about range, if you're wanting maybe a warm-up, if you're wanting to do something that's at a higher intensity or maybe an advanced level of mobility, but you don't want to go too hard, this is the video for you. I hope you enjoy today's workout. We're going to do some things standing up on the floor, using our hips, shoulders and back, trying to really open up some joints, mobilize ourselves and increase our range of motion. As always, you're in charge of the workout, not me. I'm here for guidance, tips, techniques and suggestions, and overall to remind you that no matter what your range of motion looks like, it is okay and it is welcome here. You do the best you can and just have a crack at it. Learn something new about your body. We're not going to go through technique today, as each movement we're going to explore the technique in depth as we go along. But we can do a very brief warm up. All right, we're going to start today's movement just by waking up some muscles and joints. This in itself, this entire video can be used as a warm-up. It can also be used as an entire workout. I just hope you experiment a little and find what works well for you. But before we do the main bulk of the movement here today, we are just going to wake up some muscles. So just continue copying me as we wake everything up and just sway side to side. The swaying is back. We did this all the way in week 1. We had it in week 11. So at the start of the low intensity and the start of the moderate intensity movements at this progressive series. So this is, I cannot believe it, we are now at week 21 of this progressive series. And if you've just logged on and this is the first thing you've seen, welcome. This is part of a progressive series, so you're more than welcome to go back to the start and do each workout in succession, or just stay here and have a bit of fun with me. All right. So you may hear in the background, I've got my humidifier on with some really nice oils in there today. What have I got? I've got peppermint, rosemary, lavender, eucalyptus. It's a very high pollen count today, and I've taken some asthma medication, but I have found a little bit of eucalyptus in some humid air. Oh, it just makes me feel so much better. Maybe psychosomatic, but you know what? I don't care. Do you have any things that you do in your workout space to make you feel a little bit more comfortable? I'd love to hear. Tell me in the comments below. We all may have a plant or a picture or whatever it is that makes us feel really kind of nice in our space. And if you don't have one, that's okay. You don't need one. But I encourage you to explore what you can get, because it really does help create a calming atmosphere. I've got my plants. I've got Boston. I've got, I know I gave that one a name, but I can't remember. I got my body positive artwork, and now I've got my essential oils. So I'm feeling really good. All right, let's just continue side to side. Let's just take a few deep breaths. And now we're going to transition from our little wake up of muscles into our actual workout. So in this progressive series, we have explored using our breath to mobilize our spine, mobilize our rib cage, open up all the muscles in the trunk. We're going to start with that deep breathing again today. The goal, we are going to try and bring our rib cage up. Then we're going to try and expand it forward, expand to the side, and expand back. Yeah? So come with me. Deep breath in and grow tall. Rib cage is up and bring it down. Let's breathe in and try and get our rib cage to expand forward. Breathe in, chest. Inhaling and let it relax. Let's bring our rib cage out to the side. If you like, hands underneath arms. Let's go. Awesome. Now at the back, I find this one tricky. Unless I'm lying on my tummy, breathe in. We're going to do that twice more. All of it together. Let's go. Breathe in. Bring yourself to space. Forwards. Just ground yourself out. And remind yourself that you're safe here. You're safe with me. Expand the rib cage back. Let's go. All right, one more round. Let's go up. Forward. Side. And back. And now I want you to check in. How differently do you feel now? I have just calmed and mellowed out. And I'm going to take that into the next movement. We're going to do some thoracic mobilisation. We're going to start with opening up the chest and closing the chest. Open and close. You can think of doing this in a few different ways. Come with me now. You can think of trying to bring your pecs or your breasts together, and then you can try and think about bringing your shoulder blades together. But I want this to be very much in the spine, not in your shoulders. So what do I mean by that? Have a brief look at what I'm doing now. It really is about using my spine. I'm not using my shoulders as well. Yeah? We can do that later, but I want us to isolate, because this is how we ensure that everything is working together. We need to learn what muscle groups or parts of our body have more range than others. All right, shake it out. We're also going to continue our thoracic mobilisation, this time slideys. We have done this in, I think even in week 1. Hands on hips, feet hip width apart, knees soft, spine is tall. I want you to imagine everything from your bra or pecs down is frozen, and get your shoulders to go to the side, back into the centre, and then the side. This is not easy. This takes practice, and if you've been doing this progressive series, I would imagine that you're actually a little bit better at this now than you were 21 weeks ago. But it does require a lot of effort and a lot of thought. Now, something that we want to avoid here is the hip going as well. This isn't about trying to get your hip over and hip over. That's great mobilisation in itself. But like I said before, we're trying to isolate. So if it helps, close your eyes and imagine you're being pulled to the side from your armpit, but your hips and your tummy are stuck in really thick mud. Yeah? That may help. Let's do 2 more. 1. All right. We're now going to move on to shoulder rotation. So you may recognize this movement in a few of the videos that we've done. Come with me now, elbows up. We normally go from vertical to horizontal. But this is all about increasing our mobility. So we're going to explore and come back further and explore and wind back. I want you to explore your entire range like so. And we're going to do a few like this with the elbows as they are. A few more. Let's do 5 and 4. Wow, feels delightful. 3 and 2. One more. And chill. Chill them out. And while we let our shoulders chill, let's do the same thing at the hip. You're going to stand on your left foot, knee soft, tall spine, and get onto your tippy toe. You're going to get your knee to go out as much as it can, and then in, out, in. But keep the hips still, yeah? We don't want this, okay? It's not this. The only thing that should move is this leg, yeah? So let's do a few more on this side. Maybe you're going at your own pace. You can go faster or slower than me. Remember, I'm here for guidance. It's your body, it's your rules. Let's swap. Tall spine, and let's go. I really have to think on this side to keep my hips facing forward. There are other ways we can explore this range, and we may down the track, or you may later today. Maybe you've got a movement that you really like doing for this, but we're going to leave that there for now. Sway it out, sway it out. We're coming back to the shoulders. So we started here. Now let's bring the arms out straight. And I want you to imagine you're growing from left to right. Expand out. And now thumbs all the way down, down, down until they keep going as far back as you can. And now the other way. Oh, wow. So what we're doing right now, we're working on our active range of motion. We are actively moving the muscles, moving the joints to be from here to here. This means we are working on our strength and our endurance, our control of the muscles as they move from here to here. So this is what works for injury prevention. Your ability to control your muscles all the way from the starting range all the way to the end range. You may be able to get more if someone were to come along, hold your hand and twist, twist, twist and pull, pull, pull. That's your passive range. And that's cool. Passive range is cool. But if you can't control in that zone, you're likely to end up with an injury. And chill, shake it out. All right, we're going to move on. And I'm looking at my notes because I have forgotten what we're doing, but I have planned. And we're going to move, we're going to come down on the ground. We're going to do some lizard pose. So we're going to work on our hips now. So this is where we start to get just that little bit more higher intensity. So we're going to start with our knee on the ground, but we're going to lift it up. So start with one leg back and come down in a lunge. And if you need to use furniture or props to help you get down, go for it. Once you're down in your lunge, bring your left foot forward a bit more and place your hands next to your foot. I want you to play around very briefly with your pelvis. Bring your butt back, bring your butt forward, back and forward. And now we're going to tuck our toe, lift up the knee and stay here. If you can sway forward and back a few times with me. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now let's swap sides. So I'm going to show you once more on this angle, and then I'm going to face you. All right, so lunging, bring the pelvis forward, hands either side of the foot, play around here, rock and roll, backwards and forwards. Tuck the toe, leg up, and let's just rock a bit. That's it. Henry's coming over. And swap sides. This time I'm going to face you. You're going to join us, Henry? We'll see. All right. Again. Lunge. Hands either side of the foot. Leg back. Rock. My knee is already up. That's it. And we'll swap. Give the cat a belly rub. All right. That's it. Foot up. Let's go. Rock. And just play around. This is about opening up joints, increasing range. So play around. If you need your hands to be on yoga blocks, if you need to bring your knee onto the ground, go for it. Modify for your body. All right. Are we ready again? I'm already feeling so much more open in my hips. I'm loving it. And up we go, forward and backward. Just a few times. Ooh, big toe. Just going to do some more gentle ones for me. That's it. And swap. Are you enjoying this? Oh, because I am. Hi, hen. And down. All right. Hips are nearly done. We've got 2 more moves. We can do a little bit more spinal mobility, and then we're going to do our last movement, which is a hip escape. And I'm hoping at that point Henry will have moved, but we shall find out. Hands underneath shoulders, knees hip width apart. Let's just do a couple of these cat-cows. And we're really trying to just open up our spine. And we're also wanting to engage our upper back. So I want you to notice your shoulder blades. And I like to, as I move into this position, I like to roll my shoulders back and down and engage them. All right, let's really amp it up. Really try and feel the extremes of it. If you have a spinal condition, you really need to get clearance on this one. This is not something you want to mess around with. So please check in with your medical practitioner or physiotherapist or personal trainer, but I do think an allied health practitioner would probably be better to see if you do have a spinal condition and you're wanting to do some spinal mobility. All right, just remember you are worth the investment. So we're going to come back to hip escapes. We have done this in week 11 it was. We are now going to try and do a bit more of a full one. We did half ones before, and I'm going to have to move. I just moved his tail and he freaked out. We're going to try and do 6 each side. If you're feeling like this feels good and you want more of it, by all means, go back to the start and have another go. You're going to start with your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath as well. I like to personally come up onto my fingers as well. I just have more range there and control. We're going to take one hand off the ground and let our hip come through as if you're about to sit on it. Now, if you're struggling today, I want you to do that. I want you to sit down, then lift your butt up, put it back, and come through. You can do that if you like. Your option as well is to just come through. I've got a few more here. So that's 2 each side. This is 3 and 3 and 4 and 4. 5, 5, 6 and 6. Whew. Hip escapes. Already a bit of cardio, I love it. That's actually it for today, my lovelies. Hope you're feeling a little bit limber, a little bit loose, ready to rock and roll. And if that was your workout for the day, I hope you enjoyed it. Come join me next week as we amp it up again. Until then, stay safe and take care. Bye for now.